All right, welcome back to the Elias Macko Show. Now, Projet Montréal gearing up to award a major 6-year contract to redesign Camillien-Houde Way. Of course, that follows the city's controversial plan to close Camillien-Houde Way to vehicle traffic and make it pedestrian and cyclist only. Let's get the view from the official opposition. Alan DeSousa joins us. He's mayor of the borough of Saint-Laurent, and he's on the line. Hi, Alan. Welcome back.
Hi, Elias. Thanks for having me on.
Listen, first things first, before we get to Camillien-Houde, I do want to know what you think about the new leader of your party. I was surprised to find out Friday afternoon. No real race. An acclamation for Soraya Martinez-Ferrada. What do you say about the new leader of your party?
Well, I think we're all pretty excited in the sense that the party held an open contest. Basically, anyone who passed muster was allowed to compete in it. Soraya seemed to get support from across the board. And I guess the contest was an open contest, so it was able to flush out interested people who are credible. I think she's credible. And in that context, I personally think it was a good thing to delay the course because it gave us a chance to position our candidate vis-a-vis whoever Projet is going to has sent to defend their colors. And in that respect, I think now that that's done and official, let's put on our running shoes and start running.
What do you think is her best quality? Why do you think she'll make a great next mayor of Montreal?
Well, I think a good part of it is in her roots. She was a city councilor elected in Saint-Michel in 2005 and served, in fact, as a councilor for culture at that time when I was on the executive committee and me being responsible for sustainable development and economic development. So I do know her, have worked with her, and over the years, I think her career has taken it from the municipal to the federal, and so she's coming back to her roots. So in a sense, she's a candidate who not only has been able to see the big picture in terms of the feds and what they're doing, but at the same time, having a good knowledge of what it is to be of service to citizens at the municipal level. And that's what we are. We're not a level of government where you go to Parliament and give big speeches. We're a level of government that's on the ground, giving people services, whether it's snow removal, parks, waste management, etc. And it's a very interesting, different mindset to have someone who knows what service delivery is about.
All right, so Alan, let's get back to Camillien-Houde Way, and I want to ask you, for the next municipal election, it's this year, it's coming in November. Isn't this to your advantage if this becomes a ballot issue? If Projet Montréal pushes forward, awards contracts, isn't that good for Ensemble Montréal and for your party that it now really becomes an election issue?
Well, I don't disagree in the sense that if it becomes an election issue, we clearly know where we stand, and we've been quite clear about it. But the trouble is, this is coming out at a time where it's very clear the Projet Montréal administration is deaf in one ear and can't or chooses not to hear out of the other to the 10,000 Montrealers who made their voices heard and said they want to maintain access and they also want to maintain safety for pedestrians and cyclists, and I think it's possible to do both. The fact that it's being done in the manner that it's being done is an attempt to handcuff any future mayor or council from making a decision, and I think that's the problem because inevitably, if there's going to be a cost, if there's going to be a lock-in into the contract, it's Montrealers who bear that, and I don't think that's good, nor smart, nor ethically right.
Does your party have an official vision for Camillien-Houde Way? Is like for you, is Mount Royal great as is? And hey, let's just keep it as it is. Let's not spend any money. What's the official party position on what should be done with the mountain and Camillien-Houde Way?
Well, you did have the Office of Consultation and Consult, 10,000 in one of the largest consultations, 10,000 residents participated in it. So it was not like a very small sample size. It was a huge sample size. And the message was quite clear that provide vehicular access to the mountain, but at the same time improve security for pedestrians and cyclists. So our party is very simple. We think it's possible to walk and chew gum. We can make and provide for access, and at the same time make sure that people are using it who are vulnerable, whether it be pedestrians, whether it be cyclists, are well protected in design in whatever is to be done. Let's understand this, that the Projet Montréal basically goes against a basic tenet that binds Montrealers together. And that basic tenet is that the mountain is for all of us. So whether you're a senior citizen, whether you're old or young, whether you are handicapped, whether you have mobility issues, you should have access to the mountain. The mountain is ours. It's all of ours. And everyone should have ease of access to the mountain.
What about money?
Montreal
Just what
is
about
acting, in my view, in a very dogmatic fashion. They're letting the ideology trump good common sense of fairness, and I think that's right. That's not right, and that's why Montrealers are not going to be open to that. But the fact that if they're doing it this way, to undo it will come at a cost. That's what bugs me so much, that if the mayor or the Projet Montréal administration was smart, they would have let any future mayor deal with this, particularly since the work is only going to be done in 2027 to 2029. So there's no urgency to award the contract right now.
I got to be quick on this one, Alan, but I just want to ask you about money, right? Taxes are up. The budget situation of the city isn't necessarily a pretty picture. Does Montreal still have money for projects like this?
91 million is the answer. Is this the best use of 91 million? And if I was to do a poll between Montrealers right now, I think I know the answer full well. Almost everyone would say this is money that should be spent on something that's more important. We've got tons of other issues, more important issues that need to be addressed for the benefit of our community. Can we be, or should we be spending it on a vanity project for Projet Montréal? And the answer is clearly no.
Alan, we'll leave it there. Alan DeSousa, thanks for coming on.
Thank you again, Elias.
Alan, of course, is the mayor of the borough of Saint-Laurent.